thanks so much for being here today. My name is Sharon Pendergast, and I'm with the Globus family of brands. And I know you've been here before, but I just wanted to welcome you and say thank you so much for coming. Globus is a company that's been in business for about 92 years. So we've been here a long time, we've been all over the world, and we're really excited to be partnering with the travel business. They're great partners of ours, you're in great hands with them, and we are considered a preferred partner, and we're really excited that we were invited today to give a little presentation. So we say the world is waiting, and we're going to take you there, and all 2020 vacations are on sale right now, so you're coming at a great time. We've got a couple different brands that I wanted to talk about. We've got Globus, and Globus is a first-class escorted touring. So you're going to stay in first-class hotels, centrally located, and you'll have everything from point A to point B to point C taken care of. We go all over the world, 68 countries with 182 different vacations. Cosmos is our value brand, and that's for the practical traveler, maybe somebody that wants to travel more than once a year. The hotels might be not exactly city center, sometimes they are. They're clean, they're comfortable, they're convenient, but and maybe less inclusions than Globus. Globus will have more meals and more excursions included. Cosmos, you have a little bit more time on your own and some excursions that you can purchase. Monograms is for our independent travelers. So if you like to do things on your own, Monograms is a great choice. It's different than doing a completely independent tour, which if it's your first, second, third time to Europe, I always say go with escorted or go with Monograms, because Monograms is, we're going to have centrally located hotels, breakfast every morning, transportation between cities, and a tour that gives you all the must-see sites in each city that you go to, but then you're going to have time on your own. The nice thing about Monograms is we have a local host. It's kind of like a bumped-up concierge in the hotel that's going to help you make your decisions on other touring options. And then we say the crown, the jewel in our crown is Avalon Waterways. And has anybody been on a river cruise yet? No. That's a great way to see Europe. It's you know, you're going from city to city, never having to unpack, and you're going on a beautiful river cruise. And Avalon has won lots of awards for being one of the best river cruises in river cruising. We go to 20 different countries with 80 different itineraries with the Avalon. So we'll talk just a little bit about each brand, and then I've got some examples. So for example, Globus, you know, what's included? Well, we've got top-notch transportation. Our coaches are 3 years old or under. They're very nice. They're air conditioning. We have the plugs if you want to charge your phones up. We also have the really nice hand-selected hotels. And, you know, if you type in Paris into Google, you're going to get like 2 million options. You know, who has time to look at all of those? So we do that for you. We have VIP lines, and we call them happy lines. So you're going to get to destinations, you're going to see lines wrapping around the corner a mile long, and the Globus folks are just going to kind of cut in front of the line. Usually we'll have a separate entrance so we don't start a fight with anybody, and we'll go in and we'll see things. I had that when I went to Giverny to see Monet's garden. There were lines literally around the entire property, and we went in a side entrance. We saw the beautiful grounds, we saw his gardens, and then we went in and we did a tour of the house. We came out, literally thousands of people were lined in between each row of the gardens. They didn't get to see it the way we saw it. So you're going to have really very VIP access. You will have some time on your own, because we know you don't want to spend time with, you know, 30 other people constantly for an entire week. There's going to be times where maybe you'll do a dinner on your own. You'll have choices and excursions and things like that. Or maybe you'll want to use our Go app, which is something that I'll talk about in just a minute. And then we also have top expert tour directors, and they're going to bring the destination to life. They're going to be with you from the start of your trip to the end of your trip, and then at each town that we stop in, we have local step-on guides. So the tour director is there to really handle all the logistics and give you commentary in between cities. But then our local guides, they're passionate about the cities that you're going to. They're going to know the history. They're going to know where to buy the best silks and the best chocolate, and where the festivals are. And they're really going to have great insider information for you. And then for everybody likes to stay connected. You want to send your pictures home to your kids or your brother or your sister or your mom and grandkids. We've got Wi-Fi on the coaches, and new for 1920. Sorry, we're in 2020. New for 2020, we have this device, and it's going to have a gigabyte of data. So not only are you going to have Wi-Fi in the hotels, but you're also going to have Wi-Fi on the coaches. And as you're out and about, if you want to snap a picture and send it home on Facebook, you're going to have a gigabyte of data to do so. It should be enough for your whole trip, but if you need to purchase more, it's very minimal cost, like $15 to add more. For Globus, it's free. There's a small charge for Cosmos. So that's new for 2020, and we're really excited about it because no other tour company has this. We helped the Whisper Company develop this. Now, when you go on tour with us right now in 2019, we have the sets where you have something around your neck and you have the headphones, and you can hear the tour director as they take you about. If you want to dash in a shop and pick up that scarf or that little souvenir, you absolutely can, and just join the tour as long as you don't let them get too far away from you. But you have the headphones in your ears. Now with this device, you're going to be able to stick it in your pocket, stick it in your purse, and then you'll have wireless headphones. So you're not even going to look like a tourist. So you can really kind of be milling about and posting your pictures and such on Facebook. So we're really thrilled with that. So here's just an example of some of the inside visits to our major attractions: the Coliseum, the Prado Museum, palaces. So you're going to not only just drive by like some coaches will do, we'll actually get inside. Now Globus is also known for something called local favorites, and they are just unbelievable. It's if you had a friend in the destination, you said, gosh, what should we do? I know everybody wants to go see the Coliseum, but what should I do? Well, they'll be the ones that say, you know what, there's a great cooking class, or there's a great little pub that we need to go to. Or some of the things like when I was in Buenos Aires, we had tango lessons from professional tango dancers. We also went to an empanada class to make empanadas. It was so much fun. And not only are you making empanadas, but you're getting a little history and a lot of fun. And of course, the people are like comedians. Here's one in Nashville. You get to record your own CD. So something that you're not going to find on a vacation that you just plan for yourself. And that's why we love working with the travel business, because they tell us what clients like. They give us the feedback. We also are going to give you a little quiz at the end to say, hey, what did you like? What did you not like? And we take that to heart. So you're going to find it's very nice. Cosmos, like I said, is available in Europe and in North America, and we say it's for the practical traveler. We have over 100 different itineraries. We even go to Africa and Asia. That's new in the last couple of years for Cosmos. So if you have some items on your bucket list that are, you think, oh wow, that's not affordable, take a look. We may have it in Cosmos, and it's going to be a little bit more affordable. We have innovative itineraries, smart hotels, just the right amount of sightseeing, new motor coaches, and a balance of sights and seeing. And what we say about Cosmos is adventure is waiting. It's kind of like, I want to do this, but I did it. Or I thought maybe someday, but it's today. I'm going to be able to do it. So that's just a little bit about Cosmos. And I've got a video. I don't know if I should. loud. So we'll just kind of skim through these, some of the things. I never imagined I'd see something so beautiful, and then I did. I never imagined I'd see something like that, and then I did. I mean, these beautiful reticulated giraffe that you're up close and personal with, maybe even feeding. Then we have something called Cosmos Light. I'm going to real briefly go over that. That's something that's new. It's your hotel, your motor coach, and your hotel. And I kind of see this as something that would be great if you want to do a reunion or something, like kids just out of college, that you want to do a lot of things on your own. This is not a lot of excursions included. You would purchase any additional excursions. Where I'm seeing a big uptake is people that have been in college. They're now back in. The kids are like going to all these exotic places, so it's really affordable touring. But this is, I see this kind of for younger, but really any age group. Combination of cities, later wake-up calls that the younger kids like, comfortable hotels, true personalization, and amazing price points. And we're talking under $1,000, but they're very short and not a lot of inclusions. I kind of like the inclusions. Now we say monograms, which is our third type of touring, is a better way to tour, and easier to travel. And I hope I have the video for this, but we've got the hand-selected, centrally located hotels, VIP sightseeing, transportation between the cities, and buffet breakfast daily. And just here's some examples of the beautiful hotels that we use for monograms. I don't have the video. It's a really good video. We'll have to post it later on Facebook.
Yeah.
But the jewel in our crown is Avalon. I absolutely love Avalon. We have a couple of different itineraries. We've got classic itineraries where, it's like classic touring. A local host bringing the destinations to life as you go to each city. And then we have also active and discovery tours, which I absolutely love. We have it on the Rhine, the Rhone, and the Danube. And those particular tours, you have more doing versus seeing. So it's depends on what type of touring that you want to do. And both classic and active and discovery have a sprinkling of each. Just if you're going on a classic tour, it's going to be more classic touring. If you're on active and discovery, it's going to be more active and discovery, and then some classic touring. So we are award winning. In 2019, we were chosen the best in European river cruising. And for 4 years in a row, we had the best cabins in river cruising. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but the woman is looking out. The bed is facing the view. It's absolutely wonderful. It's 200 square feet, so it's nothing like any of the other cruise lines. You have, over on the left, you have a little two-person couch. You have a chair. You have another chair at the desk. We have a beautiful restroom. That little table in the front, you can pull it up to bar height if you want to have a wine before dinner in your cabin or invite somebody over, or you can make it coffee table heights. It's your choice. Lots of choices on the cruise. Of course, we have phenomenal service. This is our check-in desk, and we've got doors on both sides because you know what? You might park on one side of the river or the other. Here's a closer look at the inside of the cabin. And it's so wonderful. You've got 2,000 years of history that's just floating by. You can lay on the bed and look out, or you can, pull up a couple chairs in the couch and have a couple people over and just enjoy the view. Wonderful views. We'll have some cruising during the day and some cruising at night. Here's the lavatory. It's not like the big ship cruises where you have to get in the shower. And, it's tiny. It's nice and big. It's all marble. Great L'Occitane amenities, so you'll feel very, very special. And then this is just what I alluded to earlier, is the different types of touring. So active, you might go on a walk in the morning with your adventure host. Or classic, you'll have a local tour guide that's going to give you the information about the town. Or discovery, maybe you're going to go and learn how to paint like Van Gogh. I did that. There's wine that's served, so of course it looks a lot more like Van Gogh when you're done. But really fun tours. I did brewery tours, wine tours, a culinary cruise, or a culinary tour, a little cruise on the Amsterdam Canal. So lots of choices on the active and discovery cruises. The Mekong. This was voted a 5-star experience. I just was lucky enough to go on the Mekong this summer, Cambodia and Vietnam, and it was just the most culturally biggest immersion that I've ever had. It was really spectacular. So we have all over Europe, but we have others too. And then, of course, we have the Galapagos Islands. That's a big bucket list item. And then untouched waters of South America. We were just on TV, so hopefully you've seen the pictures. We were on HGTV and also on the Travel Channel, so we're excited about that. Now in Europe, we kind of have the market cornered on our undiscovered tours. 2 years ago, we looked at Italy and kind of went to off the beaten piazza. Now, last year we went to undiscovered Britain, and we say we're taking the cobblestones less traveled. And then this year, and we still have all of those tours, and they're fantastic, as well as the tours that we've been offering for years that are like #1 best-selling tours. But now we're also offering undiscovered Mediterranean. We're going to Spain, Slovenia, Croatia, south of France, and more. So 11 undiscovered tours in the Mediterranean. 5 of them are new, and they're across all brands. So I've got a little video of the undiscovered.
Do you remember the joys of hide and seek? The anticipation of peering around corners? The intrigue of an unfamiliar path? The thrill of finding that secret spot? Those shrieks of delight, the pure sweetness of discovery, they can all be had again when you seek out the hidden treasures of the world. The towns with no traffic, the coasts with no crowds, the nooks with no noise. Away from the trodden, the congested, and the expected, we invite you to put down the guidebooks and pick up an accent instead. To trade the lines for limoncello and the chaos for the catch of the day. Traveling from cliffs to caverns and volcanoes to valleys, you'll find secluded shores, sun-washed cities, and moonlit bays. Places to delve into the stories of mythical heroes or take in the wonder of living art. Paths to walk in the footsteps of poets or jump in the footsteps of Olympians. Waters to dip your toe in the past or make a grand splash right now. From the colorful parks of Croatia to the whitewashed isles of Greece, the villages and vineyards of Italy to the moors and meadows of Great Britain, our undiscovered itineraries go where other tour operators don't and allow you to spend days where cruise ships only spend hours. We lead you off the beaten piazzas and down the cobblestones less traveled to discover the unspoiled, the unexpected, the unchanged, and the unsolved. The wonders of the world are hiding. It's time to open your eyes and go find them. Discover the undiscovered with Globus and Cosmos.
We just love our Undiscovered series, and I think about, what you probably are doing right now. You've probably taken care of parents. You've taken care of kids. You've done it all. You've taken care of everybody else, and now it's your time. So I hope whether you do a tour with us or, Travel Business finds something else for you, that you do it now, because I hear so much, I'm going to do this. Someday I'll do this. We don't know what someday is going to bring, what travel is going to cost, what the flights are going to be. Right now, they're fantastic prices. So let's try and get you on something that is going to really spark your interest. And here's just a kind of a picture of the Undiscovereds. We also have a couple of new tours. We also have Cosmos new tours. We talked about the Whisper, keeping you connected with home with the gigabyte of data. In Globus in North America, we have some really cool tours. I know we have some teachers in the audience today. One that I think is really cool is Cape Cod and the Islands 400th anniversary, Mayflower anniversary, where you'll welcome the ship in. So that's a neat thing. The Quebec in-depth with Gaspé Peninsula. Really nice tour, absolutely gorgeous scenes. New for North America Cosmos, we have a Desert Southwest, we've got the Seaboard, we've got Inside Passage with Canada. And then new for monograms, we're really excited about this, is we're going to Antarctica. I used to say we go everywhere except the Caribbean and Antarctica. Well, now we go to the southernmost tip of Ushuaia and get on a boat, and we head to Antarctica. So we would love to take you there. I've just got some pictures. New in the South Pacific, we've got an Australian safari where it's all about the animals. Great sights of Australia, South Pacific by land and sea, wild Tasmania, and best kept secret, the Western Australia. Now, a neat thing about going with the Globus family of brands is if you want to go on one brand this year, another brand the next year, and maybe Avalon the following year, each time you come back, you are going to get a welcome back credit. And that way, you're going to go back to the travel business and say, okay, now I've got $150 off, or I've got $100 off, or $200 off, depending on how much you spent. So we're always going to give you another reason to come back. Of course, you're going to love what you do, and you're going to want to come back, but we give you a little incentive as well. And then this is just a little bit about Australia. 84% of Australia's mammals are found nowhere else on Earth, so there's some really cool things. Just talked about the welcome back credit. We also have the Go app. So if you've got an Android or an iPhone, we've got the Go app. We load your itinerary in there, all the optional excursions. If you want to do traveling on your own, you absolutely can. It's got virtual navigation back to your hotel or to the ship. When I was in Cambodia, I did have lost luggage, and I used the GPS to get me to a store to buy some clothes. So it's really a great thing that we have. We're keeping up with the technology between the Go app and our new Whisper wireless set as well. We are part of the ocean cleanup. We are making donations to the ocean cleanup. There's so much plastic in the area. If clients choose to not take their documents in paper documents, we make a donation to the ocean cleanup. And, but if you want paper documents, they are absolutely available, and travel business can get it for you. I'm going to skip the video just because it's
pretty important that.
But it talks about the, making that contribution and how, they're making such a huge difference. It was a young kid that came up with the idea of how to have this gigantic net to help clean up that garbage patch, so out in the Pacific. So I want to thank you for being here. If you have questions, I can absolutely answer questions. But as you can see, we kind of cover the world, and would love to have you on board with us. Thank you so much.